Today, let's talk about black and white photography. Photography with only lights and shadows. Hey, what's up everyone? You good? This is Hyunmin Jung from HMJ Photography. I post videos about cameras and photography in 3 different languages: English, Japanese, and Korean. So please show your support by liking my videos, subscribing to my channel, and commenting on my videos. So, black and white photography. Personally, I think about 90% or maybe even 95% of the pictures I take are in black and white. And to be honest, it might even go up in the near future, and that's how much I love black and white photography. And of course, not only me, but a lot of people in the world, they love black and white photography. Long time ago, people considered black and white photography to be the true photography, although I may not completely agree to this statement. So today, I'm going to talk about some tips on taking black and white photos. You might just say that take any picture, bring down the saturation, and that is a black and white photo. And technically that's not wrong, but I gotta tell you that there are more to black and white photos than just that. So before I get into the tips of black and white photography, let me talk about some advantages of black and white photography. Firstly, it looks cool. Our natural eyes normally sees the world in color. So when you actually see a black and white photo, your eyes and your brain sees it as something a little different, a little unique. Secondly, I personally believe that black and white photography can make you grow as a photographer. And that is because, of course, in black and white photography, you have no colors to mess around with. So you really have to think about composition. And when you train to compose your photos well, of course, even your color photos will become much better. And thirdly, you can really see the contrast of lights and shadows, which can also mean that you can play around more with lights and shadows. Personally, I think that black and white photography and color photography is almost like a different type of art. So what I suggest to you is that shoot black and white photos with purpose. And now I'm gonna get into some tips on taking black and white photos. And the first one is see the world in black and white. As I have said, normally our eyes see the world in color. So train your eyes to see in black and white. And actually, there's a very easy way of doing that. Well, if you have digital cameras, change your settings so that your camera will take black and white photos. Or like when you see the screen, it shows black and white. Then you will see like what looks good in black and white. Secondly, search for interesting shadows and search for interesting lights. As I have said, black and white photo is all about lights and shadows. Usually, when the sun is not too high, it creates a lot of interesting shadows. Thirdly, search for some textures. Because black and white photos don't have the information of color, the information of textures can dive strongly into you. So look for some interesting textures. Fourthly, look for some interesting shapes. When something has interesting shape, it usually means that it will create some interesting shadows and interesting lights. Number 5. Don't worry too much about blown highlights and crushed shadows. Usually, when the highlight is blown out and the shadows are crushed, people think of it as a bad photo. But I think that sometimes when the highlights are blown out and the shadows are crushed, it creates some very beautiful silhouettes. So don't be too scared and don't worry too much, and just have fun and experiment with it. Number 6. Try converting some of your favorite color photos into black and white. Then see what kind of photos work in black and white and what kind of photos wouldn't work in black and white. Number 7. Take a look at some black and white photos shot by some other photographers, and if you like some of it, try recreating it in your own way. And finally, go out, have fun, and experiment. I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Okay, a couple weeks ago I made a video showing my black and white photos, so please take a look at that one too. Thank you very much. Please like, subscribe, and share. Until next time.